move with us through the yoga class or to just listen, visualize, and practice your own breath work and breathing. Um, Remember the thing that makes, oh, neck pain. Yes. Okay, perfect. We can incorporate some neck stretches and neck care. Um, but just remember that the thing that makes yoga different than just exercising or doing gymnastics, sometimes it looks like we're doing Cirque du Soleil moves when you see some yoga practitioners doing all sorts of crazy things. The thing that really makes yoga different from any of the other modalities is that we're linking our breath. So we're really working to consciously move with our breath. And if you were to visualize and sit here with the long, smooth, deep breathing for the next 45 minutes, you're practicing yoga. So really listen to what your body needs. Um, we're not in the same body. We're not even in the same country necessarily. We're definitely not in the same room. So I really just invite you to take this opportunity to just tune in to your own body for this practice. We'll start by finding a comfortable seat today. So I'm just sitting on my floor, cross-legged, and don't mind all the clutter in my background. It's school holidays here for 2 weeks. So our house has just turned into like a garden. We're gardening over here, and there's mats down here for like wrestling. My son likes to pull out mats and wrestle and roll around. And I don't know, there's all sorts of stuff around me. So just excuse the clutter. Today, to start, I'm going to read from a book called The Book of Awakening. The Book of Awakening is by Mark Nepo, and I learned about it through, good morning, Caroline.
Hi.
Hi. I learned about it through Mel Robbins' podcast. So I often listen to Mel Robbins' podcast when I'm driving, and she had Mark Nepo as a guest. So this will be our opening meditation. Um, the Book of Awakening has a something that you would read every day. So there's a little, yeah, a little paragraph, a thought, a reflection that you read every day throughout the entire year. So I'm reading March 23rd. Find a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall. You're welcome to close your eyes. You're welcome to have your camera on or off. Never knowing where we fly. Birds learn how to fly, never knowing where flight might take them. This is a deep and humbling lesson in the way of birds. Their wings grow and stretch and span patches of air, first tentatively and then with confidence. They lift, they pump, they glide, they land. It seems for birds, it is the act of flying that is the tool. True, they migrate and seek out food, but when flying, there is a sense of being aloft. The sense of being aloft is their true destination. Unlike birds, we confuse our time on Earth again and again with obsessions of where we're going, often to the point where we frustrate and stall our human ability to fly. We frequently tame and hush our need to love, to learn, to know the truth of spirit, until we can be assured that our efforts will take us somewhere. All these conditions and hesitations, and yes, all these conditions and hesitations, and yes, buts, and what ifs turn the human journey upside down, never letting the heart wings expand and truly unfold. Yes, without consideration or reservation, it is simply the presence of light that stirs birds to sing and lift. They do not understand the concept, such as holding back or only investing if a return can be seen as certain. In this, we are the only creatures that seek out guarantees, and in doing so, we snuff the spark that is discovery. Just how often do we cripple ourselves by not letting love, with all its risk, teach us how to fly? How many times do our hearts stall because we won't let the wingspan of our passion open us fully into our gifts? How frequently do we search for a song of guidance that can only come from inside us? I know that over the years, through fears and expectations, my mind has gathered and hoarded places I need to go, things I need to have, selves I need to be. But here I am without most of them, the goals and wants all used up in learning how to love. So try as I do to imagine and constraint where I might be headed, try as I will to plan and know where life is going and feeling means. It is the pulse of what feels itself that lifts me to the spirit. In truth, wings don't grow any differently to fit south or east or west. And our lives, no matter how we train ourselves, are more foundational than any direction of worldly ambition. We, like birds, are meant to fly and sing. That's all. And all our plans and schemes and twigs and nests that once outgrown, we leave. And so then I invite you to just take a moment here with your eyes closed and to think of somewhere that you might have a desire to take flight to, somewhere that's calling you without an answer that you might know, or without a reason, without a clear expectation of why you might do said thing or go said place. Just see if when you tune in to your body, not your brain, there's a natural calling, asking, desire to do or see or be something. And this could be really simple, like you're feeling called to go outside today, to lay under the sun. You're feeling called to pick up the phone and call someone, or maybe you're feeling called to start working on a project that you're not actually sure what would ever come of it. And just wait for that thing to land for you. And what came up for me in this little meditation, this short reflection, was just that rather than planning today, I will allow today. So I'll just allow today with a sense of curiosity to unfold without feeling like I need to sit down and make a list. I will allow a natural unfolding of the day. Let's start to deepen our breath now, just taking a long, smooth, deep breath in through the nose and a nice big sigh out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. And now you can seal your mouth and begin to breathe through your nose. We're going to take the three-part inhale, the Voloma breath. So we're breathing into the belly, into the chest, into the throat, and out. Belly, chest, throat, exhale. Belly, chest, throat, exhale. Belly, chest, throat, exhale. And now just let your breath return to its natural inhale and exhale. Just focus on bringing your awareness to the breath and allowing the breath to become long and smooth. Breathing in and out to a count of 3 or 4, matching your inhale and your exhale. And let's slowly start to link our movement with this breath pattern. So as you inhale, open the front of your throat, maybe pull your chest forward if that's accessible to you. Stretch the front of your neck, look up to your ceiling. And as you exhale, slowly round your back, drop your head, spread your shoulder blades wide. And we'll move through this pattern 3 times. Inhale, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. Inhale, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. Inhale, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. Slowly come back up to a neutral spine. We'll do a few gentle neck stretches. So we're going to do left and right first, and then we'll do some front and circles. So start just with the head facing forward. Inhale. Exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Inhale through neutral. Exhale to the right. Inhale through neutral. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale over to the left. Lift your head through center. Exhale, drop your chin forward. Lift your head through center. Exhale, lift your chin to the sky. Bring your head back to neutral. And we're just doing forward with the chin, up through neutral as you inhale, looking to the sky. Exhale to release. And now we'll link those movements, doing some circles for the neck. So some folks don't like to go all the way back. That's fine. You can do a semicircle. My neck rotation is not feeling very fluid. So just slow down, pause in spots that are asking you. After your next rotation to the right, pause at the center and switch directions, rotating to the left first. Awesome. After you've had a few rotations each direction, just bring your head back up to neutral. Take a couple of breaths. See how your neck feels. Tune into your body. And then we'll start with the shoulders, lifting the shoulders up to the ears, dropping them down and back. Shoulder rotations. And then let's switch directions. Shoulders back and up and down. And then release from that. We're going to do some gentle twists now. So just looking over the right shoulder, looking back behind you, coming back through center, looking over the left shoulder and coming back through center. Just really gently warming up the spine. So those spinal rotations. Making our way onto our hands and knees, if that's accessible to you. We're going to do a lot of the same types of movements now from our hands and knees. So you can continue to do some of these in your chair or on the couch. We're coming onto hands and knees. I'll go sideways. This one is called Thread the Needle. It's just an opening for the shoulder. So we're on our hands and knees, palms placed under the shoulders, knees placed under the hips. And our left hand is going to reach up. This is as far as mine reaches up. Yours might reach right to the sky. And then your left hand is going to thread under your right armpit, and you're coming down onto your left shoulder. Breathing here. Press down into your right hand, slowly unwind, come back up. Lift your left arm to the sky and release. Ooh, my legs fell asleep while I was seated there, so it's just taking me a moment here. Other hand, other side, lift your right arm up to the sky. And same thing, thread your right shoulder onto the earth and under your left armpit. And this is just a twist for the spine. So any seated twist can work. We're just rotating the spine. Here we're also squishing into the back of our shoulder blade, which often gets a little sticky. So this helps with the rotator cuff. If you're like me, like my shoulders are often struggling with different tightnesses and mobility issues. So this is just squishing them out a little bit. Slowly come back up and we'll release onto our hands and knees. Let's take a moment in child's pose. Drop your hips back towards your heels. Rest your forehead on the mat. Nice deep breathing here. Beautiful. Slowly rise back up to hands and knees. And from here, we'll tuck our toes under and lift our hips up to the sky. And bend one knee, press the opposite heel back. Shake your head, yes and no. And slowly walk your hands and heels together so you can hang out in a ragdoll pose. And then slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time, we're going to make our way up to standing. I'm just going to switch my camera a little bit so you can see me standing here. We roll up to standing and we come to mountain pose. Standing tall, feet firmly grounded on the earth. If you're sitting in a chair and you have the option to have your feet planted on the earth, or you can visualize and imagine standing firmly on the earth, embodying the qualities of a mountain, standing tall, maybe feeling the sensation like you're about to take flight, gently forward. You'll feel your toes grasp a little bit to stop you from doing a face plant. And in that moment of taking flight, just tune into what your body was being called, what your heart was being called to explore. With no certainty of the outcome, with no real, true, necessary reason to explore this thing, what are you being called to explore? And then gently open your eyes, and we're going to take a balance pose. In honor of spring and the new vitality in the soil and in the earth, we're going to take tree pose because the trees here are just about to start to wake up from their winter dormancy. So maybe where you are, they're already awake. Take your right foot forward, plant your right foot down, open up your left knee to the left side of your room. And then you're either making a little kickstand here with your left foot, or you're sliding your left foot onto your calf, or maybe you're bringing your left foot up against your right thigh. That's not, mine's going to slide down there. So I'm going to stay here, a nice middle ground. Hands come to your heart. And when you're ready, the option to express your tree in any way you like. You can reach your arms up to the sky and just breathe here. Scan your body from fingertips down through your toes. And gently bring your palms together. Bring your knee forward and release your foot back onto the earth. And just let that go. I like to do a few little windshield washing machines between the poses. Just really releasing that pose. And then we'll switch sides. Left leg grounds firmly down, bend the right knee, open the right foot to the right side of the room and bring your palms together. When you're ready, stretch your arms up into the air, reach to the sky. And then gently bring your palms back to your heart. Shift your right foot forward and release. And same thing, just shake that out or sway that out. Let that go. Stretch your arms out nice and wide and wrap your arms around you, giving yourself a big hug. And then tuck your chin in towards your chest and lift your chin up to the sky. And maybe rock from side to side in that cradled hug. Just see how that feels. Gently releasing the back, gently releasing the head and neck. Unwind and put the opposite arm on the bottom this time. Feels a little awkward for me. This is the awkward side. Try the same thing. Head and neck, upper back rotation. Listen for some little creaks and cracks. Gently unwind. Come back to your mountain pose. This time we're going to lift our right foot up and step it forward. We're stepping forward, I don't know, about 3 feet, and my back foot is pivoting down on an angle. Reach your arms up to the sky, bend into your front knee, come into warrior one. If you're feeling strong and stable here, let your eyes um, track up to the sky, maybe setting your gaze on one point on the ceiling. And then bring your arms down to neutral so they're stretching straight out in front of you. Lean forward, and maybe if it's in your practice today, lift that back leg. You can lift it just an inch. You can come right up into a T. And see if you can really breathe some life now into your hands and legs. Just wake them up, stretch them away from each other, and come back up to standing. And then we'll release and we'll let that go. Standing in mountain pose again, same thing, opposite side. Step the left foot forward about 3 feet, pivot the right heel down, bend into your front knee, stretch your arms up to the sky, coming into warrior pose. There's always an option to have something beside you to hold on to, and to do this in a way that's modified for whatever's right for you today. Track with your eyes to the sky, planting your gaze on one point and breathing here. Let your arms fall down to neutral. Stretch forward so much that back leg lifts. Continue to stretch. If this feels good for you, activate the hands and legs. Maybe you just play with your toes, one toe balancing on the earth. Woo. And then gently come up to standing and release. Awesome, let that go. We're going to make our way down onto our bums. We're going to sit down again. So you can come down any way you like. There's a lot of different ways that in yoga we get down onto the mat. I'm coming down one knee at a time, bending my knees out in front of me. Slide your hands back behind you to sit up nice and tall. So I feel my chest lifting. I'm not letting my shoulders roll forward, but instead letting my chest press forward. Knees are bent, and we're just going to do some windshield wipers. Knees going from side to side. Awesome. And then your left ankle, if this is accessible to you, can come up onto your right knee. Taking a few deep breaths. And then gently releasing from this side. Now the right ankle coming onto the left knee or the opposite. I think that's what I said last time, but you know what we're doing here. Switching sides. Feeling and breathing into the subtle differences you feel on each side of the body. One hip is tighter, one knee is tighter. There's all sorts of little imbalances. Just breathe into that, bringing awareness and then letting it go. And then we'll gently release on this side and take the bottoms of our feet together and then just do a few little butterfly flaps. The knees are the wings. Sitting nice and tall, my hands are on my ankles. And then imagine your heart just melting and softening down towards your feet. And you can breathe into this stretch in your groin. If you really slow down the breathing, notice how with each exhale you can soften and then gently rise back up. Knees come together. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Lift your arms up to the sky. Take a deep, big breath in and exhale as you fold over your legs, maybe just grabbing onto the tips of your toes or your ankles, your shins. Same as in the butterfly, breathe into this. And slowly rise up. And you can lay down on your back. Knees are bent, feet are planted on the earth. And we'll just do a few windshield wipers here. Same thing we did seated, knees dropping side to side. This is by far one of my favorite things to do in yoga. I just love the feeling and sensation in my hips, in the front of my legs. It's such a good stretch for my quads. And I'm linking my breathing with this rocking sensation. Knees come back up to the sky, pause here. And now we're rocking in the opposite direction. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift your hips to the sky. And exhale, release down. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale, gently release. Beautiful. And now slowly bring your right knee in towards you and give your right knee a big hug. Do some ankle rotations. You can hold on to the back of the knee if that feels good, or the front of the knee. Switching directions, rotating your ankle in both directions. And then gently release that right foot back onto the earth. Let's hug the left knee in. Same thing, some ankle rotations here. And both knees come in towards your belly. Hug them in nice and tight. Lift your legs up to the sky if that feels good for you. To get a little inversion here at the end of your practice. Gently release your feet down. And we're going to set up for our final rest pose for our Shavasana. So this could be laying on your back. This could be seated in a chair with your head resting in your hands, with your head resting on a pillow. But it's an active relaxation. So we're actively relaxing the body, as in we're very out, like we're not asleep, we're not in a dream, we're alert, but we're not thinking. So it's a really challenging pose because we're matching the We're using the breath as an anchor. As thoughts pop up, which they will, see if you can just let them float off. And this is a great time just to allow Okay, and slowly begin to bring movement to your fingers and toes. Gently stretching your arms out over your head, sliding your heels in towards your sit bones, rolling onto one side and just pausing for a moment, and then pressing yourself up to seated. Just take a moment here Notice how your body feels. Continue to connect with your breathing. Just silently thank yourself for taking the time and space today to be here and to move body, mind, and spirit together in our yoga practice. And see if you can keep that seed you planted of something that you will explore without any attachment to the result. And I thank you all for being here. I invite you, if you would like, to open your camera or to share in the chat any thoughts or maybe one word for how you're feeling now. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.
We can't start the video because you've disabled it, it says.
There you are.
Thank you. That was lovely.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. And I realize I need to work on my balance a lot more after today.
Yeah. After
Mm.
tree pose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Balance is one of those funny things that, regardless of anything else going on in your health, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so
Mm.
that's kind of what happens is like children are always balancing, right? They're walking along the fence and they're doing whatever. And we kind of stop doing that. So we're not necessarily encouraged to stand on one foot in our daily life. But yeah,
Yeah, I
encouraged.
definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here.
No, thank you.
Great day. And Zoom user, whoever that is, thank you. And we'll see you guys all next time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye.